Today, the US military in Niger now have set a date, the last date that they will withdraw from Niger, and it's going about to begin now. Hello, I am Mahlet, Ayele, your host at Connect Africa, bringing you the latest from the continent. So today it has been a lot of breaking news. From the coup in DRC to the Ibrahim Traore wanting to step down, and then now we have the US troops are about to begin to withdraw from Niger. What a good news! It was a long-awaited, long overdue. They have been negotiating after a lot of dissing. Now they have decided to leave Niger. But honestly speaking, Niger has left no option. They have been really very strategic with them in how to, deal with them from the beginning. When they kick out the French troops, if you have followed, they have been we reported, me and myself, Kwame Gonza, we came here and we said, I was always saying, okay, why Niger is so soft with the US military? Why don't they deal with them the way they deal with them, like the French troops? When they kick out the French troops, they allowed for the US troop to stay. And US, not to forget, that has the biggest drone base in Africa. That's what they have. They built it more than $110 million. I'm going to show you the picture later on. But yeah, they have done since 2010. Any leader that has been there in Niger have been, of course, an obeyant and what do you call it, an errand boy for the West. So they relocated from one of the countries. I don't know if was it from Mali or Burkina Faso. So this biggest drone base was the biggest in Africa for the US, and there was more US troops in Niger than Mali, than Burkina Faso. There were about more than 1,100 or something, and they have two military bases, unlike others. They have one in Niamey and then the other one in Agadez. But US has done a lot of injustice against Niger, and Niger has been nothing but to be very soft. And I remember Kwame, when he was analyzing here at Connect Africa, he said, it's just a matter of time. If they have kicked France, then there's no way that they wouldn't kick out US. It's maybe, instead of having two confrontation, better to deal with one. And that's exactly what happened. And of course, US never disappointed them in disrespecting Niger, and in seeing Niger as it's not a sovereign country, from trying to bribe the president, General Abdurrahman Tiani, who is the president of Niger, since he came to power through that revolution around that happened in July. I think there was this lady, I forgot her name, she's known as the Queen of Chaos. She's known as a Queen of Chaos. Wherever she goes, afterwards there will be a chaos. And they tried to bribe General Abdurrahman Tiani, but he didn't accept it. And then she has left. In fact, she left with because all borders were closed through Libya by car. Now, when there was also another thing, I'm trying to remember the major ones. There was the Russian intelligence, it was this on the national news of Russia, and they leaked an information that US troops that are based in Niger are cooking, are attempting are trying to assassinate the General Abdurrahman Tiani and some government officials. And then after that, actually, the military from Niamey, they were in two places, one in Niamey and one in Agadez. There is a big difference in distance, but both places are located in Niger. There is about 900 kilometers between Niamey and Agadez. So the one in Niamey has totally relocated itself to Agadez. And then after this leak of information by the US, by the Russia intelligence, and then they said okay, we also will try to minimize our military. That's what they said. Now, again, now back in this March, they have threatened the Niger government, and then Niger from then they have cut their military ties with the US. They do it really legally in a cool way. This is what they do when they kick out also the French ambassador. They have cut every little thing that has to do with French, and that's how basically before the French ambassador, before he left Niger, they made it that in fact, it was illegal for him to stay in Niger. He was the one in danger. So there was no option for him except to leave. So let me just go ahead and read the report for you that came out with regards to setting the date. Okay, now the two sides announced they had reached a disengagement. Okay, now this is the title headlines. Final date for US troop pull out from Niger set for September 15. I don't know why far, but that is the final date. That means slowly they're gonna move. Now they have like around 650 military. They, ever since they said they will minimize this from the 1,100. I think they have been sending troops. So now these ones will be. There will be not all the 650 of them, but they're gonna move on, I think, until September 15. So they have maybe their own schedule. But why far? I don't know, because you never know what's going to happen until September. Now, the US troop withdrawal from Niger at the demand of the West African nations' military rulers has begun. Actually, it has begun and will be over by 15 September. Now, the two sides announced that they had reached disengagement agreement, and U.S. force deployed as part of an anti-jihadist mission have started to leave after Niamey claimed their presence were illegal. This is what they call, as if they are there to guard Niger. All the foreign militaries, they are there to guard their own interests. The decision comes after several days of talks between delegation from the U.S. Department of Defense and Nigerian counterparts in Niamey this week. Yeah. Now, Niger's military rulers seized power in July 2023. Kupia, you know that, and scrapped a military cooperation deal with the U.S. in March. Now, also when they kick out the French troops, first they have cut their military ties. This is how they do it. I mean, it's just it's not even a year, this government, but the way they were doing it, even the way they were dealing in French right after they came to power, it was really in a professional way, as if they have are experienced. Okay, I mean, General Tihiani have been the army of the president, in the army of the president, but now they are really very strategic. Now, the United States has around 650 soldiers in Niger, with a major drone base near Agadez in the north of the country. Okay. So now Niger has already, of course, from France, and they know how to do it this time. They are very experienced. They know how to do it. So it says there is a joint statement for withdrawal. In no way it affects the relating the two. It says that the withdrawal of the U.S. Military, it will not affect their relation with the U.S. Well, this is a diplomatic language. It's definitely a civil one, and I don't think they can say that they have any relation. But one another thing that I have to tell you is that what they have done is recently, when Niger has cut its military tie with the US, of course, we know that they have been working with, they have turned to Russia. And it was just recently, I think it's this week I came here and I reported to you, the Russian military is now sharing an air base, a military base with the US. So what do you do? And I said it here at Connect Africa. Probably this is a way to push the US military out of it. I mean, although there is a separation in the camp, I mean, one is on one corner, the other is on the other corner, but still you can't leave Russia and US military side by side. So that was probably the last button, the last push button from General Abdurrahman Tihani, which I really admire him. He's very, very strategic. I mean, he can teach a lot from these African leaders who are trying to do things diplomatically, as they say, any language that has to do with diplomacy, democracy, and everything. All those are just fake. We have seen. Now, I want to show you what Prime Minister Lamine of Niger said when they were really, really sure that they want the US to leave. Let me just share with you. Just bear with me. Okay, I think I have to get this one, I think. I salute each and every one of you who are tuned here. Thanks again for tuning in. So yeah, let me just read this one in quotation. This is what the Prime Minister said. The Americans stayed on our soil, doing nothing while the terrorists killed people and burned towns. This was the Prime Minister said, because they call themselves, they're there to fight terrorism, right? So look at what, but still the attack by terrorists against the Nigerian people has continued. And this is what the Prime Minister is saying. Now he continues, it's not a sign of friendship to come on our soil, but the terrorists attack us. We have seen what the United States will do to defend its allies, because we have seen Ukraine and Israel. So we definitely, what he's telling them is that US, we are not your friend. Just because you have your military here, you are not you're doing your job rightly. So please leave, and showing them the door. That's what's happening. So this is really a good news. Although I don't know why they say until September. Probably they might leave before, because that's what happened also with the French military. They have put a date, I think, until December, but the military has left already, I think, before December. Anyway, Farm, let us know in the comment section, what do you think of this move now? I mean, it's something expected, but still we didn't know how long that it will take, and given that what the US will do with its biggest drone base in the continent that they have built in Niger. As I said, it's more than $110 million it costed them. But I'm sure the reports that will come out in the near future, will tell us in detail. Hello, hi Black, how are you? Thank you again for reminding the people, like, share, and subscribe. AK Ando, hello, thank you. I also thank you for being here. Imhotep Hero, hello. America in Africa to steal resources. No one searches them when they arrive and leave. Yeah, true. Yeah, I don't know what they're taking with them. Yeah, Black, really, really, thank you. It has been a while. Good to see you here. Yeah, I'm happy also to see you all. Who else we have? Biggest US military. Yeah. Really? Is that in the world? I'm not sure. I thought it was in the continent. If so, I will be happy to rectify my mistake. But yeah. Thanks again. This is why I like your comments, because I'm here also, when we are here, whether it's me and my analysts here, we are here to learn from you as well. So thanks again for correcting that one. And yeah, I will see you on the next one. As we always say, please help us by subscribing to the channel, as Black is reminding you here. And share the video with others. Hit that notification bell so that you can be notified. If you want to help us further, please go ahead and donate to our PayPal account. You can find it in the description section or in the pinned comment. So yeah, continue to support us, and that will help us to be here so often. But thanks again. Ciao, ciao.